Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Hasan Zeki Alp. I will be presenting you CoffeeScript lessons in English version. In fact, I have already prepared English and Turkish versions at the same time. However, day by day, I will be broadcasting the relevant lessons day by day. Okay, this afternoon I will present you lesson 3. In last lesson we have come up to 11 lesson as far as I remember. Yes, and I will make a review of the last lesson, and after that I will present you, I will introduce you new codes written in CoffeeScript language. Okay, just I'd like to summarize the advantages of CoffeeScript comparing to other languages. CoffeeScript is a derivative of type JavaScript families, language families. Actually, it is so comfortable in respect to syntax manners. It's easily understandable. You write less code and you make it done much more things. Reliable, yes, reliable in fact. The code is readable and maintainable. You can exactly find out where the wrong is, where the wrong thing is. And class-based inheritance, actually, as you know, in JavaScript, in class manners, there is no any class structure. However, CoffeeScript, you can encounter class-based applications. And another change in CoffeeScript, there is no var keyboard, and you don't necessarily use this keyword. By means of CoffeeScript, you will be avoided problematic symbols, problems of using these symbols, and you will be served an extensive library support when you prefer to use CoffeeScript in fact. And right away I'd like to start up our last file. Okay, lesson 11. This is okay, 11. Okay, when we script our files in CoffeeScript, we feel ourselves very free in respect to syntax, as I said, just without naming any var keyword. Just I simply assign some variables here, such as name, it's my name, age, it's my age, and subject, engineering. This is also a string, and I define another variable here, verify underscore name, and name interrogation mark will be assigned as verify name. That's to say that name is the name assigned and numerated properly or not. That means that means like that. And how about verify phone? And in fact, there is no phone details, phone information, no numbers specific to telephone number, and there is a interrogation mark once again. And just I'd like to print out or display verify name and verify phone variables. First of all, I have to convert this CoffeeScript file by using this Coffee compilation, and just this file is created as a result of this compilation execution, and this is very similar to, however, just as I explained in previous lessons, there will be a function structure and curly brackets, and of course these variables should be defined as vars, at the very first hand. And these are the details regarding me. And how about this one? Just focus on this. Verify name will be assigned as a logical result of this. Name does not equal to null. Actually, this gives false, in fact, because name is already defined. So name will be verified. And how about a telephone number? Telephone number will not be verified because it's already undefined, and there is no specific telephone number, a numeric number. So telephone number will not be verified. And the other part is very similar to CoffeeScript file components. And just by clicking this one, I will make it run by using Node.js exe. Okay, the first one is true because it's already verified. My name is verified. However, the other one, verify phone variable, will be false because in fact there is no any specified telephone numbers or any telephone details. Okay, let me show you another example here. 13, file 13. Okay, this time just I add my email. Email is gonna be null. That means it does not have any information. How about sorry? How about this telephone number? Telephone number belongs to me, and it's already valid. And how about engineering? And just I start interrogation lines here. Verify underscore name will be assigned as name interrogation mark. That's translated like this. Is name verified? Is name defined? And how about this one? Is age defined? Is telephone defined, or is email defined? And just after assigning these variables, just I'd like to print out verify details, verify variables, and name, age, phone, and email, just as you expected. For name and age and phone, it's gonna give a true result. And for email, it's gonna give false result. Just I already converted this to a JavaScript form, and when I run this one, okay, true. Also telephone number is true. And how about email? False, because it's not defined. I haven't defined any email details. How about file 14? File 14. In file 14, I give some comparisons in chain form. That's to say, it's this comparison is somehow double-sided. I assign here a score variable, so as to be 70, and this is the comparison value. Past the variable past will be compared with 100, and score will be compared to 100, and if it is greater than 40, and if it is less than 70, it's gonna be assessed as passed. And after that, let me print it the value of this passed. And after conversion, I obtain this JavaScript code. Okay, just focus on here. Other parts are almost the same with the previous one. Okay, a past variable will be assigned as long as the condition within these brackets parenthesis is encountered is math. That's to say, is score less than 100, and this is logical, and in fact score greater than 40, and if the result of this combined or nested structure will be true, so past will be true in fact, and after that I simply make it past, make it printed, and when I run this one, okay, in fact the result will be true because 70 is between the 40, mark 40, and mark 70, mark 100. And how about 15, file 15? Okay, here just with this example I would like to show you using aliases. In fact, let me define two variables such as a and b, and a will be 21, and b will be 21 in fact, and I define another two variables such as x and y. X is going to be assigned as true, and y is going to be assigned as false, and this is the first comparison. A is b. That stands for a equals to b in fact. A is b. Just I'd like to take your attention here, you guys. Just as I said, CoffeeScript is very syntax free, and it's very near to spoken English in fact, or written English. Just you can easily understand when you say A is B, that means A equals to B, and A isn't B, that's to say A doesn't equal to B. And how about this one, x and y, and this is logical and in fact, and this is x or y, or just you can use, instead of or yes or no, you can use yes or no, or on or off, and how about this one? This is the exclusive or notation in fact. Exclusive or becomes true whenever one of the components is false, and the other one will be true. That's gonna give the true result for exclusive or. How about this one? This one will give an error in fact. This is a commentary here, explanation. And how about this one? This is the modular arithmetic, or the division with remaining in English form. Just when I run this one, 15.js, so this is the other notation that corresponds to A is B. A is B means A identical is identical to B, and this is I is not identical to B. And how about this one? A and B, x and y, x or y, or true or false. True or false, another notation, and this is the exclusive or, and sorry, this is not exclusive or in fact, this is the exponential notation. Just this is a has got numeric value, so this is an numeric, it's gonna give a numeric value. It's not an logical variable, and that's all. When I run this one, okay, for the first two, it's gonna give true and true results, and after that, for this one and for this one, it's gonna give zero value. How about file 16. Okay, just here I give my name. I give here score that I obtained at the last exam, and this is the comparison. If a score greater or equal to 40, so this message will be displayed on the screen. Congratulations, you have passed the examination. This is the if structure in fact, and when I convert this one into JavaScript form, we obtain a similar structure as long as a score greater or equal to 40. This message will be will be displayed on the screen. Since I've got a score of 60 in fact. How about 17? 17, with file 17, I will present you an example of if-else structure, and by using this structure, there is an option for the case that does not meet the first part. I mean, if a score is not greater or equal to 40, that means this part will be executed, will be performed in fact. How much was my score? It was 30. Okay, I just make a comparison here. If score is greater or equal to 40, okay. No, it's not okay. Just my mark, my score that I obtained is less than 40. So instead of performing this one, the other one, else part, will be performed, and try again message will be displayed on the screen in fact. This is an example of if-else structure. Okay, how about this one? 18. Okay, unless. This is the opposite of if comparison in fact. This is new for CoffeeScript. As far as I remember, I haven't seen such a thing. Maybe Ruby, no, I haven't encountered. Anyway, okay, I define my name and the score that I obtained at the last exam, and just I make a comparison here, and that can be translated in English like this: as long as score is not greater or equal to 40, so please show this message. That is translated in the direct English like this: as long as score is not greater than or equal to 40, and do this one. Just say, sorry, try again. And when I run this one as an example, okay, sorry, try again, because I have already obtained a mark of 30, and it's not enough to pass the exam. File 19, and with this file, just I strive to pass the exam, and I obtained a better score here once this time, and my score is 60, and just I make a comparison with 40. As long as your score is not greater than equal to or greater than 40, just say sorry again. Otherwise, that means your score is greater than 40. Yes, greater than 40. So just my figure, my number by score is greater than, since it's greater than 40, I will be messaged by, I will be greeted with this one. How about, yes, congratulations. How about file 20? Okay, just I here give some details about grade A, B, and C and D, and let's assume that I obtained a score of 75, and this is the switch when structure. In fact, this is new since we use when at the first time with a switch structure, and also then the keyword switch when and then. And okay, just I make a comparison with 75, and as long as it is greater than or equal to 75, congrats, your grade is A. And how about it is greater than 60, your grade is B. And how about 50, greater than 50, your grade is C. And how about for 35? 35 just corresponds to grade D, in fact. Otherwise, that's to say, if the conditions do not meet the previous ones, so the final condition, the else condition, the default condition will be performed and will be accepted, and will be shown as your grade is F and you are failed in the exam. This is going to be displayed on the screen. How about this one, 20? How about 21st? Okay, I here would like to give an example of when clause with multiple values. Okay, this is my score 75, and this is the magic switch by using switch keyword and name. And when Alp and Hassan, that's to say the person that corresponds to Alp and Hassan, then just say that you have passed the examination with grade A. And how about this one? If names are John and Julia, then you have passed the examination with grade is B. And Ryan also. And how about the last case? None of the above conditions were met, so the only one is default value, else no result will be printed on the screen. I already converted this one, and I will be showing to you this one. Okay, just 21st. Okay, it's already converted. Just I make it run. You have passed the examination with grade A. So the first case and the first branching will be meeting my need for obtaining a proper score, corresponding score. And this is going to be the final example, you guys. File 22. This is an example for if-then statement. My name is Alp and score is 60, and this then comparison, if score greater than 40, then say console log, congratulations, you have passed the examination, in fact. And when I run this one and convert the JavaScript file to this CoffeeScript file to JavaScript file, and this one, congratulations once again, you have passed the examination, will be printed on the screen because you obtained 60, and this figure is already greater or equal to greater than 40. Sorry. Okay, guys, so we have completed the third of CoffeeScript course in English form. I hope you find it you find it very useful and very interesting. Thanks for your sharing time with me. Thanks for your watching me. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Please advise my channel for your guys, for your friends. That's my PT request. Bye now.